What's up, my beautiful Glamazons? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your favorite with your messy self story time. We are just going to be getting right into these stories. This is going to be a twofer, a 2-in-1, okay? So that's why I said grab your wine and your snacks. Second time I said it. Get your chores done, laundry, make that bed, clean them floors. Don't be lazy and don't be a cochina, okay? My Glamazons love y'all down, but y'all cannot be cochina. Have I peed in public? Yes. Time and place though. Now, the first time this happened, I was like, okay, like, you know, it was just extenuating circumstances. Second time this happened, I was like, is this like a common theme that I wasn't aware of? Girl, let's get into it. So we were doing a music video. I meet up with my friends. There was like a rapper dude. There was like his videographer, some of their friends, me, my girls, all together. It was like 8 to 10 of us. We're running around the streets of Denver, all up in the intersections, waiting for red lights so that we can do our posing in the middle of the streets. You already know, you know what I'm saying, you know the vibe. Now let me give you a little background, okay? Because I'm not just out here with just anybody. I have two of my really good homegirls. We've done many projects together. We've worked together before, photo shoots, all kinds of shit, you know, community events, all kinds of stuff, right? There are two other girls were there. This was the first time that I was meeting them. I had seen one of them before, never formally met her. Super cute, super good vibes, very, very nice girls. And we all were getting along just fine. I am the only one that brought my car out of like me and my homegirls. We end up like all the way across the mall, girlfriend, from where my car is. And so we're sitting in this pizza spot and they're trying to figure out some plans on what to do after this. I thought I was going home after this, but like, don't threaten me with a good time, girl. Especially back then, I have no bad time. Everybody has their ideas. Not everybody can go to the bar. You know, we're trying to figure out different places to go. One of the guys was like, well, I live near here. I got my own spot. I got some fresh, you know what I'm saying? It's Denver, like, be so for real. It's like, I got some fresh stuff. Like, I got everything we need. I got a spot. You know, my neighbors are cool, you know, just like really hyping his spot up. So my friends we're all just kind of like, you know, doing glances at each other like, okay. And my friend Amanda knew him very well, like knew him for years since they were in middle school. So she trusted him. Okay, so now we're making the plan to go over to homeboy's house. Cool. Now we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get everybody over there. You live close, but not walkable close, okay? So we end up splitting up and we do little groups and I have most of the girls and we go on the mom ride. We go all the way back to my car. They send us to Addie. We go. So I'm following it and I'm like, I know where this is. Like, hold up, girl. I used to live in apartments with my mom downtown off of Spear. And this spot was a little bit behind that. It was like in my neck of the woods, girl. So I was like getting all excited and I was like, oh, I know where this is. It's like, I used to walk past this building all the time. Okay, cool. So a little bit more comfort there too. Like, I know where I'm at. I'm very familiar. You know, you got to think about these things. Everything that you would imagine from like a funky bachelor pad, if you want to call it that, because he was very young. No soap in the bathroom, dingy towel in the bathroom. It was giving, you don't wash your ass. But he was cool people. He was cool people. Anyways, y'all, let's get back to the story. And it's very unfurnished. Literally, not one speck of furniture was in that living room. It was just a big open space. You know what? I'm not mad about it because I really did not want them to use that as an excuse to be like, come in our rooms, you know, like we don't have anywhere to sit. Nah, girl. We sat down like a bunch of kindergartners on the floor. Crisscross applesauce, girlfriend. And you know, we start passing some things around, okay? I'm not gonna say too much. My homegirl, you know, she got some family, and then family ties. She got some access to some things. So she knew where this stuff was coming from, and she was actually bragging about it. Oh, my so-and-so, my cousin, my brother, my whoever, I'm not telling you, he be out there in the fields and the mountains, girl. This stuff is fresh, okay? So she's hyping this stuff up. So I feel okay, a little source of comfort. I'm with my friends, okay? You always have to do like a little check mark list of like, how dangerous is this situation? One thing about them boys, they may not have had a whole lot of furniture, but they had a shit ton of snacks, girl. They had Arizona teas, all the chips, like they were very accommodating. I was like, okay, so we got ourselves nice and comfy. Like, they brought out blankets, everything. It was a good time. We start watching music videos, and when I'm having a good time, time flies. Girl, I blink, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I used to work at the script club, girl. Keep that in mind. If your man can't handle you be like, it was just my lifestyle at the time. So I wasn't worried about like getting home in that sense, but it is very late. We need to go. Now, none of us fell asleep. It was just like time fucking flew. It felt like it was only like 11, but it's 1:30. No judgment or nothing, but the other two girls that were there, their thing was not, you know, doing a little smoke. Their thing was a drink. So they were doing, I forgot what they were drinking, but they were drinking and they were up and down having to go pee, right? And that's the other thing. You know, I don't want to be bothered with all of that. I got the car here, okay? I don't want my friends to get the wrong idea. We're not spending a night here. There's no spend a night here. So I start telling my friend, I lean over to Amanda and I'm like, hey girl, you feeling good? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, good enough to go home? Oh, you trying to dip? And I was like, yeah. She was like, all right, like, let me get my stuff. So she starts kind of getting her things together. Oh shit, it is 1:30, huh? Oh shit. So she starts getting her things. And one of the other two girls, no, it's not 1:30. And we were like, it is. Like, you know, we had a lot of fun, you know, like we gotta go. My friend Amanda gonna sit up here and be like, y'all got a ride? Of course, it opens up the conversation. They're like, I mean, no, but like, I mean, we could like order an Uber and my friend Amanda's like, no, y'all are not ordering an Uber. Just come with us, come on. Didn't ask me, not one word. Not one word. Why are you having me like a taxi? I don't know where to take these girls. Where am I taking these girls? Am I dropping them off at a bus stop? Because I'm not going to like 4 different houses. It's crazy. I'm not gonna leave the girls there, obviously. So come on. We say peace out. Fun night. Thank you for everything. And we dip, okay? We leave these apartments. We get into my Scion, all right? Now, what I was drinking, the tall Arizona teas, you know, the one that's supposed to be 99 cents, those. The boys had a plethora of those. So we each had our own flavor. Anyways, girl, I see two of them. We get in a car and the two girls in the back, they still got their Arizona teas and you know they're getting settled back there, whatever. Like, dang, I forgot my tea. Like, no girl, here, you know, like have a sip, like for sure. It was just like a little thing that I mentioned because I left my tea in there, like darn it, but I really wasn't like not enough to want her tea. Amanda looks over and she was like, are you fucking crazy? And she like knocks it back into the back seat with her, like knocks her hand back and was like, get that away from her. She has to drive. We're doing like a little line, you know, passing the snacks and everything down. And so it was already popped by the time it got to me. It was brand new. I thought it was brand new. They spiked the teas. I had no idea. So now I'm a little bit worried. Girl, I don't know if it was just all in my head. The minute that I find out that they had spiked the teas, I start feeling boozy and I'm like, oh my God, girl, like I cannot be out here. And I got very nervous. So many of my friends that had gotten DUIs and I'm over there blowing into their car so it'll start. I just didn't want that life. So I got real nervous. I guess I got in my head because I was like, okay, I'm feeling it, girl. I'm feeling it. I think I'm feeling it. It's next to this big park, downtown Denver. I used to take pictures around there, girl, and I found a parking spot. Skirted right into it and we parked. I didn't even have to convince them of nothing. They were like, okay, it was evident we need to wait this out. This is not smart. And this is where you can't be afraid to be a leader, girl. Like, be a leader. Because I was just like, I'm not in my car, not with me. Like, I'm not, girl, could you imagine our coats and stuff as our blankets and we get all comfy and, you know, I put on the heater for a few minutes and then turn off the car and get us all nice and toasty and we go to sleep. You know how like when you hear things in the real world, but it kind of plays a sound in your dream? That's what was happening. Like a pipe burst or like this hissing sound in my dream. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, hella alert. So I wake myself up and I'm like, what the fuck? And the sound doesn't go away. And it's actually getting a little bit stronger now, like a little bit more pressure. I sit up, Amanda kind of sees me and she's like, what? And she hears it too. She is turned this way so she could see into the back seat on my side. Girl, her face fell. Oh shit, Nikki, we're gonna have to go to the car wash, girl. Do you have any towels? Towels for what? It's like Amanda didn't want to tell me with her words. It was like I was supposed to just assume. And I wanted her to tell me with her words. I was like, why do we need a towel? Like, what's going on? She was like, we will go to the car wash. Like, girl, oh my gosh. And she's like calling her name. She's calling this girl's name. And keep in mind, it's one of the girls I don't really know. Girl wakes up and she just gets really quiet. Miss Pissy Pants just relieved herself in the back of my car. Oh my God, and the seats were fabric. They were fabric, so it's seeping. You understand? Do you get it? Oh my God, girl. I was like, no, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. And listen, ain't nobody going back to sleep anymore. We are up. Y'all need to get the fuck out of my car. I don't even want to hear it. I just wanted to be silent for the rest of the time. I was silent for the rest of the time. And Amanda is the only one in the car with me on the way home because she lives on my side of town. We stopped at a gas station. She got this little thing of detergent. We went back there and we went to the car wash and she cleaned that back seat. And I felt bad because I was like, you know, you're not the one who peed in my seat. It straight up like that girl should have. And listen, okay, I was grumpy and I was short, you know, because I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe that's why that girl, the girl that peed in my back seat, did not offer to clean it, because I was just not the person to be talking to after that. I just didn't want to hear anything. But still, watching my friend clean up this other girl's pee, you know, I wasn't really happy about that either. So I did feel bad. So, you know, during the drying portion, I helped her like dry it off a little bit. And I was still grossed out. Trust and believe me, this is not the only time. This is not going to be the only time that I clean this back seat. I even had Julian sit on the other side of the back seat when I picked him up, you know, in the days after, because maybe it's the one-off, okay? I've had situations where I've peed during inopportune times, but it was never in somebody's car. The only time I peed on somebody's couch was that dude that was mean to my brother, and that was when I was a kid. But I have like gone out with my friends, gone to the club, had to pee. You know, we already left the club, so we find like a little plant or like, you know, something to get behind of, and we go pee, and we like kind of try to get. I've done that with my best friends. You know, we've had those moments. She had herself a good time, and she just accidentally released her bladder in my back seat. That. I will never forget that sound. Now, this next one came up because of an invitation that I got from David's uncle. And we did this last year, and we did it one time last year. Only once, because water parks freak me out. And this is why, in the origination story, you about to hear it, okay? Me and Veronica are hump skillets. Julian always had season passes to Waterworld, to Elitch's, anywhere you could have a season pass. He always had a season pass. You know how hard it is to keep kids entertained and busy during the summer, girl, and I'm not paying no $300 a week for no summer camp. It ain't happening here. I remember it being super last minute, and she was like, you know, she offered to pay for Julian to get in because it was so last minute. And I was like, no, girl, it's fine. He has a season pass. I'll just pay for myself. So good thing I lived right down the street. I meet up with Veronica at the front, and you know, I kind of like start going up the stairs to go to the entrance, and she's still standing there, and she's like, wait, Michelle's coming. And I was like, oh, and Michelle's her friend. You know, Michelle's the homegirl that I like, right? So I was like, oh, I didn't know she was coming. Girl, why did you say that? Wait another like, you know, 5-ish minutes. And sure enough, between the cars, here comes Michelle. And, you know, she got on these cute little shorts or whatever. She got her towel over her shoulder. And sure, girl, she's like putting something out on the ground. We ain't gonna talk about it. So she comes and she meets up with us, and we all go inside. We take the boys. Immediately, as soon as we step inside, obviously to be expected, it is crazy. So we head straight to the wave pool to go get our chairs. And there were very few. We had to like move a few together to get like 3 chairs because we didn't have enough. So we were just kind of like sharing. Require a tube for you to carry up yourself, and you have to carry this bitch, okay, up yourself. And these are not, I'm not talking about no little teeny tiny, these are big ass, huge, float, like circular. They're huge, girl. They are tall, and I'm only 5'3", girlfriend. This thing is towering over me, and you gotta haul this bitch up. Go down this slide. Everything is super fun. They got the lights. Okay, cool. We dip into like, it's basically like a little wading pool. It's like, you know, where you land at the end of the slide, and you know, it's full of water, and you step out of the tube, and then you haul that bitch out, okay? So ride is done. Hee hee ha ha. That was fun. That was great. We're drenched. We get out of the tube. We step into, you know, this body of water. The water pretty much comes up to maybe like your calf, your knee at the highest, okay? It's just for you to be able to stand up and pull your shit out. Girl, the boys hop out of like this little pool area, and then me and Veronica, we immediately start pulling at the tube. And on the other side is Michelle, and she's like pushing it, right? We get the whole thing out, and it's sitting on the sidewalk. And now we're just waiting for Michelle to get out. Like, come on, girl. So I hand my hand over, like, come on, girl. Hold on, girl. Hold on. And she grabbed my hand and she got out. Okay. I looked at Veronica. Veronica had a weird look on her face, but I didn't really read too much into it. Like, you know, maybe it was a little hard. I don't know about people's knees. You know, some people have bad knees, bad backs. It might be a little hard to get up out the water, okay? So, no big deal. This between rides, and I knew that there was gonna be a line at the other one, so I make sure Julian doesn't have to go pee, and I excuse myself real fast. I go to the bathroom, I handle my business. It's funky as hell in there. I wash my hands, I come back out, I find them, get back in the line. Okay, cool. Right after this ride, shocker, the boys are hungry. No way. They wanna go to one of the little kiosks. You know, they got Dippin' Dots out there. They got all kinds of stuff, hot dogs and stuff. We're standing in line. We are drenched. We just got off this ride. We're drenched, hair drenched, everything drenched. Probably have like 5 or 6 people in front of us, okay? So we have an ample amount of time to look at this menu. So we're kind of checking it out. What do we want? And I hear dripping. And, you know, as you would at a water park, you hear dripping. You know, like you're dripping, everybody wet. I hear dripping, but I hear like a lot of dripping. Like somebody is like wringing out their hair type of dripping. Boys in front of us, me, Veronica, and Michelle. Veronica's already turned around. She's already looking at Michelle. I look at Michelle, drippage, just like, I don't even have no questions. Like, of course I hear drippage. It's water, it's the water park. It's really not that big of a deal. Veronica goes, sit up here and look at Michelle. She's like, Michelle, the bathrooms are right there. Go to the bathroom. Girl, it's not even a big deal. Everybody does it. Ain't nobody going in that bathroom. Girl, I'm talking about hand on hip looking at the menu. Just a pissing, bro. Like on the floor, it's going down her legs and everything. And like, it doesn't look like she's peeing on herself because she's already drenched. Like she's already super duper wet. Every single one of us has a puddle underneath us because we're wet. It's going straight down her legs, down her chanclas, onto the floor, and she's cool with it. And then she gonna sit up here and fix her mouth and say, I'll just go on the wave pool and rinse off. It's really not that big of a deal. Everybody does it anyways. Girl, by the time we get to the window, I'm like, I cannot, like, Veronica, get your friends. We have to go to like the other side of the counter to wait for our food. Throughout the entire time that we're waiting for our food, Veronica and Michelle are going back and forth about how literally pissing yourself, water park or not, while you're in line and you're just pissing it's not cool. It's not okay. And Michelle is just like, you're doing too much. She was like laughing the whole time, like, girl, what do you think everybody else is doing? And she's being hella loud. And she was like, I know, he probably pisses. He probably pissed in the pool. She probably already peed. And he probably already peed. Like, everybody always pees in the pool. Like, what's the difference? No. Like, yes, but no. Like, I know that people, especially like kids and stuff, they be peeing in the pool. Everybody knows that. There's a bathroom right there. Girl, I don't agree. We get our food. This conversation lasts all the way to the bench, okay? And Veronica is pissed. And you know, she's my hot skillet. Like, she got a fiery personality. No, you are not sitting here until you take your ass either in that pool or you go to the bathroom and go rinse your stuff off. Like, you just pissed on yourself. No. And she was like, you're not about to be sitting all up on our towels, not on our towels and everything. Don't be using our towels to dry your stuff off either. Go. Michelle thought she was playing. Michelle was like, girl, whatever. Like, let me sit down. And she was like, you are not sitting. No, you are not sitting here after you just peed on yourself. And like, they are having a full-blown fight, okay? And like, Veronica's trying to like keep it in. Like, I don't want to tell your whole business, yelling at you about like literally peeing while standing up in a line. But I will if you don't take your ass to that fucking bathroom and shower yourself off now. And like, girl, they had known each other for years. So the way that they talk to each other hard. Get your ass to the showers. I'm sorry, that was crazy. Whatever. And then when I'm out of the bathroom, I just want to go. I just feel like I just want to go. And Veronica was like, okay, then you should go because you need a full ass shower. Then fine, go. Nothing was said. Veronica was fucking seething. And she was just like, and when she was pissed, like, she would shut down pretty much. So like, you know, at this point, the boys are in and out of the wave pool and we're just kind of sitting there. Michelle comes back. Are you gonna keep being like that? Or do I have to leave? No fucking way. She came back over here to fight. How do you even logically feel like you have a pissy leg to stand on in this situation, girlfriend? Like, if you want to go home, you can go home. You said you wanted to go home, go home. But do you want me to go home? Do I need to go home? Just cause like, I'm not doing everything the way you want me to do it. I was asking you to go to the bathroom. Okay. You in them types of moods. Nikki, she gets in these types of moods. You need to know that. She be mood swinging. By the way, that bathroom's fucking disgusting. Bye. And she leaves. May or may not have been peeing on the way out. We stay for maybe like another hour and a half till right before we were gonna leave, and she was like, I'm so fucking sorry. For what? You know, I'm acting all stupid. I'm like, for what, girl? Now, I knew that she was like peeing at the end of the rides. Like, I knew that. And I was like, and then it clicked to me. I went back in my mind when I had my hand out like a pendeja and I'm trying to help her out. She was peeing. That's why she couldn't come out right away and grab my hand so I could help her. And Veronica was like, I knew she did that. I knew she did that. While we're out there talking, Michelle texts Veronica, I cannot believe that you embarrassed me like that and yelling at me in front of everybody. I don't understand how she doesn't understand, girl. They start going into a back and forth via text. All I know, they were going back and forth. By the time I was leaving, you know, we split up, we said our goodbyes, and she's still texting Michelle back and forth. Like, she's literally like, okay, girl, I'll text you. And like, she's tripping. Like, she's literally tripping. Like, she cannot just be peeing while standing up in a line. To be honest, how do we know that more people aren't doing that? There's like no way to tell unless your pee is like super hella yellow and pungent. When you're fresh off of a ride and you're dripping wet and they want to do a little tinkle, who's to stop them? Walking around water parks, barefoot especially, you would not catch me. You would not catch me dead doing that. The ease in which she peed in line standing up, crazy. People can be looking you dead in your eyes and just peeing. Be careful out there at them water parks. Wear some water shoes. Get you some cute ones. I don't care how you feel about it. It's nasty. It's gross, girl. They be peeing and doing all kind and blowing their mocos in the water. I've seen it. I gotta go before I throw up. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming to chill with me for story times today, plural, girlfriend. I love y'all so much, but the Lord loves you infinitely more, and I will see your fine self in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Watch your feet and your back seats.